Hey guys, welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm your host, Sam Bashor, and today we're talking about Ready Player One, the film adaptation of the hit novel of the same name written by Ernest Cline. I don't need to really go too far into that because that's not what you guys care about today. You're not caring about the plot or spoilers to the plot or whatever. You just want to know about every single reference, Easter egg, every little hint that's hiding in this trailer. And if you didn't already know, there's a butt ton of Easter eggs in this trailer, so let's get going. As always, here's your spoiler warning for Ready Player One, the novel, the movie, the fan fiction, and so on. Also, ERIK did an awesome breakdown of the Comic-Con trailer a while back, so go ahead and click down on the channel button and you can go watch that, but enough of that. Let's get going.
My name's Wade Watts. My dad picked that name because it sounded like a superhero's alter ego, but he died when I was a kid. My mom too. There's nowhere left to go except the oasis.
Right off the bat, even before we get into the oasis, we can see one character from the Madball series of toys, specifically Ritville, on the side of that mobile home, but also pay very close attention. Just to the right is a very small sticker of the Pixar legend, Mike Wazowski. At least it looks like him. I don't know if they have the rights to use Disney characters, but he's got green skin, he's got horns, and he's got a single eye. Scooting forward to the scene with our main character, Wade Watts, entering the oasis, if you pay close attention to his eyewear as he puts it on, you'll notice some customization. It moves pretty quick, but you can definitely tell that there is a Batman logo right there, smacked on the side. But now let's scoot forward to New York City inside the oasis being rearranged, rebuilding itself, and that whole creation of the bridge. Because I'm feeling like this is the beginning of the race scene. If not, this might just be the initial reboot of the system as soon as someone joins the oasis after being away for a little bit. But I'm pretty sure this is right before the big race. I'm very excited for that race.
Let me take you on a trip around the world and back.
People come to the oasis for all the things they can do.
All right, guys, next up is the introduction of Wade's avatar, Parsable, which is a play on Percival, one of the knights of King Arthur's court. In the oasis, we see a bunch of awesome vehicles entered in the New York race, which looks to be for the Copper Key, which you can see on the banner right up there, one of the keys that could be part of finding the Easter egg in the film. But also, let's point out all the famous cars and Easter eggs in this scene. In the upper left-hand corner, you'll notice the A-Team van. Then down below, you see Speed Racer's Mach 5, very cool. Also, the Batmobile from the original Adam West Batman series, my personal favorite. Also, the Interceptor from Mad Max, The Road Warrior, and on top of that, we also get that super jack dude, which you guys all know as Ryu from Street Fighter. Ryu, yeah, we're just gonna call him whatever we want. He's just real big, I'll give him a hug. He's not the only Street Fighter character in this trailer, don't worry, we'll talk about all of them very soon. We then see Parsable, Wade's avatar, entering the Back to the Future DeLorean. Of course, it's very popular in this trailer, which we've seen before in the first trailer as well, but you should pay attention to his little belt buckle. Why? Because there's a Thundercats logo on there. So cool. Thundercats, oh. Scooching forward a little bit to the DeLorean racing down the track, notice the grille of the car. That red bar is a throwback to the book in which Wade's car is a mixed bag of movie and TV references just jammed together. This one being the red bar from Kit in Knight Rider, the TV series. Very cool. Next clip.
But they stay because of all the things they can be.
Can you feel this?
Yeah. It's the only place that feels like I mean anything.
All right, now we get the party scene that we saw in the first trailer, which I'm a big fan of. There's so many characters just jammed in here, like Slade Wilson, aka Deathstroke, passing Wade as he's entering the club, and a new female avatar that's not Harley Quinn. I wonder who that could be. We do see another familiar video game hero right after that. Notice this character right behind Artemis looks an awful lot like Lara Croft. There she is in her blue tank top and everything. We actually see her again as she approaches the bar, and hold up a second, there's a lot of references right here. For starters, the hat that the bartender is wearing is clearly the hat worn by the band Devo. You probably know what that band is, right? Probably not. But then we get Blanca from Street Fighter, also someone who looks a lot like Commander Shepard from Mass Effect, but his back is to us a little bit. And then quite possibly Professor Pig, or at least his mask on one of the characters directly behind Artemis, a big villain from Batman lore, one of my personal favorites. Oh boy, we're just getting started with these references. And then scooting forward just a little bit, we see the flying dancing once again with Gandalf right there in the bottom, twirling around, having a great old time, good for him. Next clip, please.
The oasis was the brainchild of James Halliday.
Hello. If you're watching this, I'm dead. I created a hidden object, an Easter egg, The first person to find the egg will inherit $500 billion.
Okay, while Wade gives us all this exposition for the movie, check out this retro Nintendo peripheral in the corner. That's a classic NES Zapper, boys and girls, right there on the wall of his van. What a fanboy. Wonder if that even works with his headset. Probably not. Probably doesn't do anything. Then scooting forward a little bit more to James Halliday's video, notice his pins on his lapel. One is very clearly a Simon Says logo, which is pretty fun, one of the original games. But also notice the one kind of hidden at the very top. It looks an awful lot like a D20, which makes a lot of sense for his character. An ultra nerd like himself would definitely be into D&D. Moving forward once again to the literal Easter egg clip. Pay attention because there are a few goodies here. Right off the bat, the dragons guarding the eggs look just like this. Look an awful lot like the dragons from the Mortal Kombat logo, and the statues around the Easter egg look a lot like Mortal Kombat characters. Now it is a little dark and a little hard to tell, but it kind of looks like to the right, you can see Raiden in the top right little nook, and right below him you can see Sub-Zero doing a little pose, possibly. Pretty sure the characters on the other side are also Mortal Kombat characters, but you guys can let me know who they are in the comments down below. Also, if you're wondering what that symbol is on the ceiling, that A-looking thing, it's actually a symbol for Anorak's Almanac from the Ready Player One series. Also, if you guys remember, that's the logo on the key found in that final shot of the last trailer, the Comic-Con exclusive. Very cool. Next clip.
Of the oasis itself.
Who is this Parsable, and how the hell is he winning?
Find him. This isn't just a game.
Here we see the bike from Akira once again, one of my favorite fictional vehicles, but don't let it scoot by you too fast because there are some goodies hidden on it. Yes, on it. Notice the stickers right there on the front on the top of the bike. You can see the classic Wonder Woman logo as well as the logo for Greatest American Hero. That's a very deep cut. That's a weird reference, but I'm glad it's there. You also see the logo for Taito, the Japanese video game company who made little games such as Space Invaders, Bubble Bobble, you know, the classics. Also, if you just scoot down just a little bit, you see right there, my girl, my friend, Miss Pac-Man. Shout out, I'm so glad you're in this movie. Next, notice this monster truck right here underneath Artemis as she's doing her sick jump in the Akira bike. This is actually a nod to the original monster truck, Bigfoot. Yeah, the original monster truck. And that's just for me, I guess. I'm really excited about that. But also, don't miss this other little Easter egg right behind the monster truck, the billboard. What does that say? That's right, it's an ad for Delta City. The future has a silver lining. Very catchy. And pretty fun since this is a nod to RoboCop. Delta City is the rebranded name of Old Detroit, and this is the same ad from that series. Moving along, I'm gonna just call him Wade's avatar because it saved me from having to say Parsable. I'm messing it up, so I'm just gonna say Wade's avatar. You see him accepting a key from a wise-looking wizard whose, spoiler warning, is Anorak, the name we talked about earlier. This is also sort of the ghost of Halliday within the game, the creator of the Oasis. This is pretty fun, but don't get confused because this next scene, when you see the projection of the key in Wade's headset, looks to be the copper key, which is from the race earlier, not the key that he's getting from Anorak. That looks to be the crystal key, from the first trailer. Also, fun little detail, look at Wade's avatar suit right here. It looks to be the suit from Buckaroo Banzai's adventures across the 8th dimension. It's a weird movie I watched as a child and gave me many nightmares, but I'm a fan of it. Next clip, please.
I'm talking about actual life and death stuff.
The oasis, the world's most important economic resource.
And it's nothing less than a war for control of the future.
All right, now moving forward to this alleyway scene, notice the sticker on the back of this truck right here. Looks an awful lot like the Tomb of Horrors logo from Dungeons & Dragons Tomb of Horrors. There's actually not too many Easter eggs in this clip, but I do love that logo. Now on to the big battle.
Welcome to the rebellion, Wade.
Like many of you, I only came here to escape.
Bam, right at the opening, we get freaking King Kong jumping off the Empire State Building with biplanes circling him. Fun recreation of the classic scene from the original film. Also, fan theory, it would be pretty fun for Warner Brothers to gift us a King Kong versus Godzilla fight in this movie a few years before their actual big screen fight coming out, Godzilla versus King Kong. It's gonna be exciting, but hey, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Next, we see the epic army charging towards a battle. There are so many characters here, just so many itsy bitsy little characters that have been animated that they just shoved into one scene. But here's a few that we can definitely point out. Starting from the left, we can see El Dragon from Battleborn. It's also a bunch of the Battletoads leading the charge, and one of the knights from the Atari game Joust riding his trademark ostrich. Also, there's some speculation of this turtle over here, if you kind of focus right there. A lot of people are saying that he's one of the Ninja Turtles, but he doesn't quite look right. So I'm thinking this could be Slash in his new redesigned look from the TMNT comics. Also, in the next sweeping shot of the battle, in the bottom right corner, we get another glimpse of a Battleborn character, this time Toby. If you pay attention, you can see his combat suit for a second or two. Also, this is worth pointing out, but the boombox that Wade is holding, it does look a lot like the boombox from Say Anything, but it's actually a different model. This one is from Sharp, but the original was a Toshiba model. Now, that was the first nerdy thing I think I've said in this entire video. And then a few quickie catches. The dance floor we see floating in the dance hall looks to be a recreation of the dance floor from Saturday Night Fever. If you notice the square designs of both of them. And of course, you guys caught this one, but it's worth mentioning. We see Harley and Joker dancing together, looking in awe or in fear. It's something happening above them. But it's also worth mentioning, I think Harley's in her Arkham game getup. Also, the hat the Joker is wearing looks an awful lot like the Killing Joke hat, but that one might be a stretch. But hey, who knows? Next clip.
But I found something much bigger than just myself. Are you willing to fight?
Help us save the oasis.
Ooh, so many nerds are gonna be very happy about this clip. Let's point out all of our favorite characters leading the charge. We see Tracer from Overwatch, Chun Li from Street Fighter, Cassie Cage in the back from Mortal Kombat. Once again, our friend Lara Croft, L. Croft, right behind her. And to the right, some of my favorite bad guys from any film, Army of Darkness, the Deadites. Also, the rabbit was a tricky one for me to identify, but I'm thinking this is the main character from the game Luguru. Next, we see Wade's avatar shooting a double-barreled shotgun out of his car, which looks an awful lot like the same one from Mad Max, but modified with a little scope on it, because why not? It's a video game. But also, don't put a scope on a shotgun, kids. Don't want to put your face right there. It's gonna hurt. Scooting forward just a little bit to this notebook in the real world that Wade has, there's a list of references on it that I'll leave to you guys to interpret. Going down the list, I caught glimpses of Gremlins, Dark Crystal, the Temple of Doom, Kroll, Splash, Helm's Deep, HBO and then Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy at the very bottom. What this all means, I'm not sure, but if we get a glaive from Kroll in this movie, I'll be very happy. It'll be very violent, but it'll be very cool. Next, we get this room with floating cassettes or DVD cases, which it's kind of hard to make out what is up there, but I was able to notice the Batman film, Full Metal Jacket, Scarface, Airplane, Back to the Future, and possibly Breakfast Club, but there are a couple repeats up there, and some of them are just too small to read no matter how much I change them. Our next shot worth looking at has Wade's avatar holding the boombox on the ridge of a mountain, surrounded by some characters, most notably though, Deadshot from DC Comics and Suicide Squad, as well as behind him we get another Street Fighter character, Sagat. We then get an awesome shot of a Gundam, specifically the Gundam RX-78-2 suit, which just made me giddy to see on the big screen. I'm very excited for that. We also get an awesome shot of Chucky himself taking out an enemy, and finally, the Iron Giant to close out the trailer. I'm gonna be honest, I teared up. I teared up when I saw him in the first trailer, so I cannot wait to see him in this movie. For those of you who are wondering, that last music cue we heard in this trailer is actually a clip from the Back to the Future movie. Could this be hinting to more Back to the Future references in this film? Possibly, but that's it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed all my Easter eggs that I was able to find, and if I missed any, maybe let me know in the comments down below or on Twitter at Sam Bashor. Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to New Rockstars for more breakdowns. There's a bunch of really fun ones I think you'll enjoy for Flash, Game of Thrones, and also check out the show Need to Know. It's a very fun talk show that I'm a part of with all the fun people here. Again, my name is Sam, and I'll see you guys next time.